What up, y'all? So today, y'all see I got a couple stacks. Um, I'm gonna get to what those are, but I just got a couple stacks of comics here. Um, Went today, had a small pickup. I only got 6 books today. Yeah, I got 6 books today. Just because what I'm starting to do is I'm starting to whittle down the DC stuff that I'm not really liking. Not saying not really liking, but liking less than others. So my favorite comic books that DC has going on right now are Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and you see Wonder Woman right here, Wonder Woman #3. Um, so, all right, so in this stack right here, this is the haul my son got today. He got 4 books, used his own money, which I was proud of. So he got he's just looking for stuff. He wanted me to get him the Nightwing Rebirth last week, but I ended up getting it. So he got Nightwing #1. It was okay. I'll read his. I didn't have to buy it today. Um, excuse me. Then he got Spider-Man 2099. I used to love Spider-Man 2099 when I was younger, just because, a futuristic Spider-Man with futuristic spider powers, I thought was pretty dope. So then he got Venom Space Knight #1. CJ's really been looking for some #1s to get, so he can start just kind of like I'm doing with the DC titles that I've been picking up, and also Black Panther, Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Daredevil and Punisher. So he got Venom Space Knight #1, which it's got some pretty cool artwork inside. Just give you guys a little. I actually like this look of Venom right here. I like the suit. It's black, but it has the little white outlines. From my understanding, Eddie Brock is now a superhero. He was lobotomized and became a secret agent. Hence why he's going through out the galaxy doing good. Because I actually believe Venom might be a member of Guardians of the Galaxy right now, or was at some point. But then he also got Venom Space Knight #2, so I'm definitely gonna read these after he finishes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this, because this actually seems pretty cool. So before I get to my haul of what I picked up today, I'm gonna give you guys a taste of what I still have to read. I got Swamp Thing #3, which I bought probably a month ago. I still have Green Arrow #3 to read. I still have Detective Comics #936 to read. Still have to read Justice League 1. Got that Hellblazer, that John Constantine #1 that I still have to read. Came out last week. I still have to read Batgirl Birds of Prey, which came out last week. Superman #3, which came out last week. Aquaman #3, which came out last week. And this is the book that I've been reading. I got this off of Amazon after doing like a search of some, excuse me, get some water here. So I just did a search of some African American comics, just because, or some African comics, and I'm just so I can show CJ and my kids, some heroes that look like them. So it's called EXO: The Legend of Wally Williams. This is part 1. So EXO: The Legend of Wally Williams. This is part 1. Part 2 is out. It comes to you from Unique Studios, which is a company out of Nigeria. I actually read the brothers. I can't remember his name. Roy Okupke. I watched his. He did a Kickstarter for it because he initially wanted this to be like a cartoon show, like a cartoon. And I'm gonna just open some of the pages, and if you look at some of the artwork, it's kind of cartoony. So, but it's a pretty cool story. I really like the story about it. It's kind of, I don't want to say I don't want to call him the Black Tony Stark because he's not, but he's not trying to. He got into a little riff with his dad, and then he left, I believe, for like 5 years or something like that. I believe, yeah, 5 years, and his father, he came back because his father is missing. He has a little brother too. But I am actually on, I believe, oh yeah, I'm at the end of chapter 4. This is where I left off. So I don't have much farther to go. I am on chapter 5, so I don't have much farther to go. He does have a volume 2 out, a part 2 out, that I'm going to get once I finish this book. Once again, that's EXO, The Legend of Wally Williams, from Unique Studios, and the author is Roy Okupke. So I'm going to get part 2 after I finish reading this book. This is called The Legend of the Manta Magi. And when I was looking at on Amazon for this book, this book came up in the like items. The people who read this also read this. So I'm really curious about this book, just because it just seems different. So here you go. Here's some of the artwork. That's chapter 1. Wow. This is my first time I've actually opened this book, and I'm actually kind of amazed by some of the artwork. It's really clean, really, really nice artwork. Shouldn't say I'm amazed, but I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was maybe expecting more to kind of look like that, but this is the art in this book is very refined. So this is Legend of the Manta Magi, Book 1, by Eric Dean Seaton and Brandon Palace, with andactionentertainment.com. Let me see what they got on the back. Oh, wow. This is a pretty heavy book right here. I didn't realize how many pages. It's got over 200 pages. I know there's a part 2 of this book also, because I saw that on Amazon. So I actually see book 2 and 3. So once I go ahead and finish this book, I'm definitely going to be checking up on the the books that came after. So these are 2 books that I'm really excited about right here, just because they both feature black protagonists. That's something we don't really see nowadays. I'm glad Luke Cage has he doesn't have his own comic book. He shares one with Iron Fist right now, but Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and I can't wait till the Luke Cage series comes. I believe that's October on Netflix. But anyway, whenever it comes, I can't wait for it. So, all right. So with that being said, I'm gonna toss these to the side. Not toss them. TrueCooks.com. If you're a cook, go ahead to go to this website, www.truecooks.com. It's not my website. I don't know why people always ask me if that's my website. Like family members and stuff say, is that yours? I'm like, no, I'm not a fashion designer or designing clothes. But, man, they have some really awesome, chef-inspired apparel. I love the website. I love their clothes. I have, 3 T-shirts, 2 hats, and I plan on getting more soon, especially once they get they do their fall drop. So, all right, here we go. So this is a light week for me. I only got 6 books, DC heavy. So 2 Marvel, 4 DC. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Marvel books first. Bam. So of course I had to get Captain America, Steve Rogers. I'll be honest. I have to make a confession here. I wasn't a Captain America fan until the movies came out. I mean, simple and plain. Captain America just was one of those comics that didn't move the needle for me, just because his power was really his shield, and enhanced strength. And I just, growing up, I thought that was corny, So, but I've been enjoying. I wish they would put these books out, in shorter bursts, but because it's kind of taken too long. It's been almost a month since this is what, number 3. It's been almost a month since this came out, since number 2 hit, and number 2 wasn't that long after number 1. But it's been a while, so I just wish Marvel didn't take so long in putting out the good stuff, but I kind of understand why they do it. So, just giving you guys a quick peek at the artwork at Captain America Steve Rogers number 3. The reason why this one is getting so much hype is because, it was revealed at the end of Captain America Steve Rogers number 1 that Steve was a Hydra agent, this entire time. And number 2 actually explained the backstory. It's actually a really feasible backstory. It's not something that just seems like Marvel pulled it out the air, out of the air, or the writers who are, let me see. Nick Spencer, Jesus, what is his name? Jesus Saiz, and Rachel Rosenberg. So, this, along with Wonder Woman, is the crown jewel of this week. Black Panther right now is one of my favorite series right now. Although it is different from what I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, especially seeing that Black Panther number 1 was the first Black Panther comic I had ever bought. But I really like the storytelling aspect of this. It's not a lot of action, which I'm fine with. And I love how Marvel, puts the update, of kind of like what happened in the previous comic. It gives the main characters right there. So yeah, it's a lot of Black Panther that I'm, way behind on. Like his sister was the Black Panther while T'Challa was gone, and now she kind of like, died, but she's not really dead. She's kind of like, not necessarily purgatory, but kind of like on some spiritual plane. And I love the artwork in this book. It's so dope. I mean, just look at the detail on these dreads, yo. Look at the detail on the dreads. But this book is so dope. I am thoroughly enjoying it. So there you have Black Panther number 4, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Brian Stelfreeze, Laura Martin. And so far, my favorite DC title since Rebirth, Wonder Woman. Man, I just read Wonder Woman number 2 last night because, I told y'all in the last video that I had a bunch of comics because I changed jobs. I've been doing some catering stuff and some baking stuff. So I didn't have really time. I really didn't have time to, jump head first into the comics that I wanted to. It's the reason why I didn't give you guys a video the week before last. The reason why I haven't finished reading these 2 thick books, because I've been working. So now I'm starting to ease into my new work schedule so I can catch up. So got Wonder Woman number 3 here. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman number 2. Wonder Woman has been my favorite series of DC Rebirth so far. So there's Cheetah, Diana. I hate this ad. I'm glad they actually, pared it down to 1 page and 3 panels, because it's annoying. It takes up 3 pages of book, and like all the last 2 books, it took up 1, 2, and a back page, so 3 pages, and it was just annoying. So you look at some of the artwork right there. Got a picture of some of the artwork. That guy kind of looks like a werewolf. Don't know who that is. So I don't know if you guys saw the Suicide Squad. Can't wait. All-Star Batman. Can't wait. That might end up being, well, I can't say that because I have no idea what, All-Star Batman is going to be like, but I'm probably going to just stay with Detective Comics instead of the solo Batman series, just because I'm enjoying Detective Comics a lot more than the Batman solo series, but I don't know yet. I told my wife I was going to give it to number 10. She looked at me like I was crazy. Man, I'm really looking forward to this. And I actually heard it was very, very good. But then I've heard there was some stuff that people didn't like. But whoever, you can't please everybody. Look at this, going from Wonder Woman number 3 to Wonder Woman gracing the cover of Action Comics number 960. If you've been watching this, Superman's been fighting Doomsday. Superman, along with Lex Luthor, who has a Tony Stark like power suit. It's pretty dope. Excuse me. I've really been enjoying Action Comics. So my top 3 favorite probably are Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Action Comics. New Superman number 1 was actually pretty cool too. I don't know if I'll stay with it. I'm gonna wait till wait till I see the next episode. So not episode, issue. Sorry. So it was okay. There you go. Supes fighting Doomsday, and I love the Doomsday artwork in this book. The Doomsday artwork is pretty awesome. So, let's see. All right, so there you go. Action Comics number 960. So here is the book that I wanted to be my favorite, and it's good. It's okay, but I think the artwork out of every DC Rebirth title, Flash has the best, because it looks like Flash should be. You got lightning pretty much all over the place. It looks like Flash should be, So, all right. Some Flash artwork. Once again, what happened with Flash was it was a big Speed Force storm, and a bunch of different citizens, just normal everyday citizens, got imbued with the Speed Force. Now Flash has to pretty much find them and train them all. So this is what I was talking about when I said electricity all over the place. Every panel that Flash is in, you see electricity. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. It's crazy, and I love it. It's pretty awesome. So, there is Flash number 3. Then we have Titans number 1. Wally West. This suit is probably the best looking Flash suit I've seen. I mean, it looks, sort of like Barry's, but it's better than Barry's, I wonder what they're going to call him. I know he's not going to go by Kid Flash. At least I don't think he's going to go by Kid Flash. But, so I asked the lady in Comic City today. Shout out to Comic City in Pontiac, Michigan, which is where I get all my comics from. What happened? Because I saw Red Hood and the Arsenal's Rebirth came out today, and I was kind of shocked that Bizarro is part of the group. And I said, "Hey, what happened to Arsenal?" And she said, "Oh, well, he's in Titans." And I did have to remember that he is in Titans. So here is some. So here's the thing. In Flash, like I told you, how there's electricity all over Flash in every panel you see him in. In Titans, and ever since Wally has shown up, he hasn't had that look. This is his, his Kid Flash costume right there. But the return of Wally West. Oh my goodness. That is amazing right there. I just have to stop because this is just amazing artwork right here, man. Once again, my least favorite Snickers ad of all time. So, yeah, as you can see, Wally doesn't have the electricity, flowing off of him in every panel like Barry does. So here is some artwork. I'm sorry, Linda Park. So here's artwork for Titans #1. I really enjoyed Titans Rebirth because it was pretty much getting familiar with everybody again. There was a good story in that too. But all right, so that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this, or just more videos of me and my kids being silly. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with the blog. With the YouTube channel now, because I do have a blog that I need to maintain, even though I haven't written in like 3 weeks. It's been kind of hard for me to write since I got the new job. But, like I said, please be sure to subscribe, like this video if you want to see more like it. I'm just a guy who loves comic books and his kids, man. Oh, my wife too. So, but anyway, y'all have a great day, and see you guys next week. Peace.